Coming to you from the innovative, immersive Hyundai Virtual Next Weather Sphere. This is Next Weather.
Meteorologist Kate Bilo is in the Hyundai Next Weather Sphere. We have one more hurdle to clear before we get to the 4th of July fantastic forecast, right, Kate?
That is exactly right, CF. And I think most of today is pretty nice. It's just, like you said, one hurdle, and it's a line of storms that's going to try to drift into our area late this afternoon and into this evening. Not everyone will get a thunderstorm, but those that do could see the threat for severe weather. So let's take you through it. Our next weather alert is mainly for late afternoon into the early evening. 5 to 8 p.m. is, I think, kind of the target time where we're looking at for storms to fire up, mainly to the north and east, but could touch off a few storms close to the city. Down the shore, you may escape the threat for storms, at least until later tonight. A few showers could fire up there. But in the meantime, it's a great beach day. If you're starting off your holiday weekend early, look at all the people out running on the boardwalk, walking on the boardwalk this morning. I think the beaches are going to be packed, and it's going to be, like we said, just an absolutely gorgeous holiday weekend. Right now in Philadelphia, it's beautiful. Blue sky, a few wispy clouds, 76 degrees. Dew points are in the 70s still, so it is still humid out there. So we've got the heat, we've got the moisture, and that is just going to feed this line of thunderstorms that's going to break out later this afternoon. It's a pretty weak cold front, but again, with the heating of the day, with the timing late afternoon into the evening, the most unstable part of the day, I do think we'll have that alert to watch for later on this afternoon. So heating up quickly this morning, an isolated severe chance late today into the evening. Greatest risk is northeast of Philadelphia, as I'll show you in just a moment. But then we reap the benefits with lower humidity tomorrow, slightly cooler as well. Temps in the mid to upper 80s through the holiday weekend, and it is a dry stretch of sunny weather. There's that first front that came through the other day that kind of ushered in the cooler, slightly drier air for yesterday. Here's our secondary front that comes through later on this afternoon. It's pretty far to the north and west. As you can see, the actual front up around Toronto right now, and it's got some drier air behind it. But our threat for severe weather today encompasses spots from here in Philadelphia up through New York City, right up toward the Boston area. Basically all of southern New England will see that risk for severe weather, and we're just on the edge of it. Kind of the trailing edge of that front could stay together and produce the threat for localized severe wind gusts, especially in our region later on. So here's the timing. You can see the storms trying to break out. It starts to heat up when you get to the afternoon and the air is hot. It's unstable. It's humid. That's when storms really will feed off of those parameters basically and turn strong or severe. 4:30, you can see moving toward New York City, the Hudson Valley, very strong thunderstorms up toward the Poconos as well by 4:30 or 5 o'clock. Then we start to see that line. You can see the tail end of it starts to fizzle a little bit. If this holds together a little bit more, this will come through the city about 7 o'clock. There's a chance that it misses us to the north and east, but I think we have to at least plan for storms around Philadelphia, and then the threat will weaken a little bit as that line moves toward the shore. Maybe a shower, maybe a rumble. Doesn't look like the threat for severe weather will extend that far to the south and east. Here is 4th of July. This is 5 o'clock tomorrow. Prime cookout time, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. High pressure in control, low humidity, and lots of sunshine. Speaking of the humidity, we're going to feel that humidity drop a little bit this afternoon with dew points back into the 60s. And after the secondary front comes through tomorrow, I think we'll have dew points in the 50s for part of the day, which is nearly unheard of in the month of July. When you get dew points that low, it's going to feel incredibly comfy. And the mornings are going to be comfortable as well. So your holiday weekend, can't ask for much more than this. 75 degrees for tomorrow in the Poconos, 80s over the weekend, great lake weather. In the city, 86 for your 4th of July, and then heating up a bit. Good pool weather for the holiday weekend, and just an absolutely perfect weekend down the shore. Low 80s with sunshine all 3 days of the holiday weekend. We are reaping the benefits. We've had, again, some hurdles to clear here this week, but tomorrow will be worth it. 86 degrees in Philadelphia. We're back to the 90s by Sunday, and then we'll have a few scattered storm chances making their way towards us next week.